Now this last one here, it's an E. It's a purple background. It would have been better if they had used white lettering on the dark colors, but then we've got these A's, which as you can see here, I guess it'll look okay. Yeah, that'll be fine with a light pad underneath. Now the canvas feels quite thick. It did come a little bit wrinkled, but I'm not worried about that. What I'll do is I'll just flatten it out a little bit right now. I find that the ones that have the plastic covering on them are really quite easy to flatten. They don't really, you don't have the problems with the glue that you get when you have paper cover. Now, I quite like paper covers, don't get me wrong, but you tend to have more problems with the adhesive when you've got a paper cover. You don't always have a problem with the adhesive, but anyway, this is fine. And as you see, it's flattening out very, very nicely. Now, I suppose if you wanted to frame something like this and hang it or give it away to someone as a gift or something, I think they make great hostess gifts or birthday presents or whatever. I would suggest you might want to iron it on very low heat first. So it's branded here with the KOTWDQ logo, and it's got the table on both ends, and it does have DMC numbers, so that's good. All right, so I'm going to do the inventory on screen. I'm sorry, I'm going to do the inventory on the diamond painting itself, since we've got 2 legends and no inventory sheet. And they very nicely bag the diamonds, and they've got the color number down the side here, so that's easy to do. Lots and lots of 310s. Okay, so we'll mark that one off. And they labeled it with the item number so that there would be no mistaking. And 6. So the DMC number appears on the legend, but not on the bags themselves, which is fine. All right, 17. 16. And I'm going to do the inventory here because what the heck. And then I'll give you all the information about this diamond painting as soon as I'm done the inventory. Because you might want to get one too. Actually, I quite like it. I like the colors. I like the vibrancy of it. I like the fact that it looks like, you know, a fabulous couch or something like that. The material on a fabulous couch. So, yeah, I'm very happy with it. And with round drills, it's going to look good. Okay, there's 14, 13, 15, 11, really pretty colors. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to be getting when I, you know, said, yeah, I'll do a review, but I'm pleasantly surprised. 10, 8, and 7. Okay, let's make sure I've got everything. Okay, so the plastic goes to the end of the page. So except for a couple of them, I didn't even have to mark up the canvas. So the inventory is complete, so that's good. So let me tell you about this diamond painting. So as I said, I call it Flowers on Black, 40 by 40 centimeters as advertised, but that's probably the canvas size. So let's see what the drill area is. Yeah, it's 39 centimeters across by 40 high in terms of canvas. The drill area is 35 by 35. So I'm just going to update that on my tracker. Okay, and let's see. So I ordered this ordered it. I sent the email confirming that I would do the review on the 10th of October. And today is the 1st of November, but I actually have had this sitting here for a few days. So I'll just flash up on the screen the date that I actually received it. And I've got the link to the item down in the description below. This item sells on Amazon.com for $9.99 US. Okay, so I don't know if it's Amazon Prime eligible on Amazon.com. Anyway, that's it. That's the diamond painting. I really like it. I love this. I love this. I think it just looks beautiful. This is one that I think I might actually consider framing or putting up or something like that, because I think it's gonna pop. Those colors are so rich and lovely. I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank It's Rose, and I am back with a post-completion review for a diamond painting that was sent to me for review by here's the name of the company on Amazon, I believe. Let me just check. Yes, Amazon US. I'm not sure that they sell on the Canadian Amazon website. They probably do, actually. Anyway, I'll look for it and I'll put it down below. I'll put a link to their stuff down below if I can find it on the Canadian website for Amazon. Okay, so they asked if I would do this diamond paint, if I would be willing to do a review of their diamond painting, and so I did. I said yes, of course. So I got this before Christmas. I'm not sure exactly when. I got it on October 28th. And I had a bunch of things that I had to do for Christmas, so I didn't get to it right away. But I did get to it after Christmas. I started it on January 7th? Yeah, 7th. And I finished it a week later on January 14th. Oh, and I realized I have to get my notebook. Just a sec. Okay, so here's my post-completion notebook. Well, it's my notebook of all the notes that I take while I'm drilling a diamond painting. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to expect. When I saw the pattern, I thought, okay, that looks nice. And honestly, I can't remember if I chose the diamond painting or if they just sent it to me. I think they might have just sent it to me because I'm not sure this is one that I would have chosen myself. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. As it turns out, I love this diamond painting. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. The drills are fantastic. Like there was some trash, and I'll show you that in a bit. But what I liked the best about it is it reminded me of my nephew David throughout the whole thing, because the canvas is done in such a way so that in between the drills, and for this I'm going to zoom in really, really close. In between the drills, so here you see the yellow drills. You've got black in between, and they're just little tiny specks about the same shape, as the outside of the drill, in the corners where you're supposed to put the drills. And the effect that this has is that this reminds me of a sweater that my nephew David got me for Christmas. Probably about 20 years ago. He was just a little kid and he took me shopping for Christmas. We went to Winners and he said, you know, pick something you like, Auntie Rose. And so I went and I found a black sweater with a pattern very, very similar to this in yarn. Like, I don't even know what you call it, but it was like it was embroidered onto the sweater, these great big yarn patterns, and it was these colors. And so as I was doing the drilling on this, I was just thinking about my little nephew David back when he was sweet and cuddly and wonderful and loved me, and it was just happy memories. And yeah, so I adore it. I love it. This is going to be probably one of my favorites because of the memories it brings back. The canvas was really good. The glue was really good. I worked hard to get my rows as straight as possible. They're not all perfect, but they're pretty good. So I'm just going to, I'll show you up close in a minute, but let me read you my notes. Here's my notes from the Flowers on Black. So this was my 238th diamond painting. It was 40 by 40 round from the KOTWQ store on Amazon US. There were 20 colors. Okay. And so I started it the 7th of January, finished the 14th of January. Day one, the drills are not as sparkly as the pink raspberry, but they're still sparkly. There is a lot more trash than with the pink raspberry round painting that I had just finished. I've finished the first section, so that was this section here, that first day. And I really like the way it looks. And then January 14th, the day that I finished it, said I worked steadily on this and took just a couple of days off from it while I binge watched a number of Netflix shows and movies. I love the way it turned out. It's super sparkly and the background is interesting. It reminds me of a sweater my nephew bought me many years ago. Drills are generally good, a few bad ones. I would recommend this one. So there you go. That is the review that I have of the KOTWDQ store. They sent the drills in little baggies, so after this video at some point I will remove them from the Harbor Freight containers and put them back in their baggies. By the way, I used my Harbor Freight containers for the first time with this diamond painting. I love them. The next time we don't have Harbor Freight in Canada, and I went looking on Amazon and eBay and AliExpress, and I cannot find the same thing. If any of you know of the same thing that is available online for a reasonable price, please let me know, because I love these. Now I paid $20 for this at the Pink Raspberry. They go to Port Huron, I think, and in Michigan, and they buy these, and then of course they mark them up for sale because I understand they're about $5 US, which is about $7.50 or so Canadian. So I paid a lot more than necessary for these, but I loved them. So let me show you the leftover drills. So these are all the leftover 310s. They were not shy on their drills. And here we have, well, I'll just show you the rest of these colors. There's tons and tons of leftovers for them all. You know, considering it's a small diamond painting, you don't want like hundreds of spare drills. because what are you going to do with them all? You can only use so many on another diamond painting that might be missing drills. And how often do we miss drills anyway? Okay, so you guys know that I'm I like recycling. So we have a Dairy Queen in my neighborhood, and people sometimes just drop their spoons on the ground in the park. So when I'm walking the dog, if I find a Dairy Queen spoon, I bring it home, I wash it, and then I put it in my various drill containers so that I can use them as scoops. And that way I keep them out of the recycling or landfill or whatever. Let's see. Yeah, so lots and lots of leftover drills. Lots and lots. I was never really concerned about running out, so that was good. And then now I will show you my trash. And for that, I need a tray. Okay. All right. Oh, and I forgot to bring my trash jar over, but you'll see that in a moment. So this, hold on, let me spread it out as much as possible. This is the only trash that I got. So there's a lot of black 310s. So clearly most of the trash is 310s. And then there's a few little melty feet on some of the other drills, and little just bits of detritus from the manufacturing process, little blobs and things like that. I'm not worried about that. This is very, very good. So overall, it was a high quality painting. Like when I started it, I didn't think that I would be as happy with it as I actually ended up being. So yeah, super happy with this. And yeah, so now let me just grab my jar of garbage drills and I will be back. Okie doke. So I will open it up, and there we go. My trash. This is a trash of the baggie that you see in there is 310s from a Paint with Diamonds kit. I didn't want to overwhelm the 310, like overwhelm all the other beautiful colors with all the 310s that I had as trash in that kit. So I just separated them in another baggie. Anyway, there you go. That is my review of the KOTWDQ Flowers on Black. That's what I call it. If you want to order it from them, it is item number Z or Z1424. It's 40 by 40, but it's actually a 35 by 35 drill area, and it's round. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.